Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, a production of Gorcom, in which we speak to small cap executives after they put out important news. With us today, happy to have her again, Iris Bincovich, CEO of Innocan Pharma, trades on the CSC and the stock symbol INNO, and for our friends in Europe under IP4 on Frankfurt. For those of you new to the story and just discovering the company, look, as a cannabis investor, why limit yourself to a company with just one revenue line, one specialty, when Innocan offers you exposure to both the exploding world of cannabis pharma? We know that this is coming, as well as, though, in the meantime, a portfolio of patent pending, launch ready, in fact, commercializing right now, consumer health products. This is a company that specializes in the development of new drug platforms, which combine unique properties of cannabinoids, but at the same time has a great, stable business with consumer products. Let's talk about that and what's happened since we last spoke to her. Iris, welcome back.
Hi, how are you?
We're very good. Wishing you, the Innocan family, and your family a happy new year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you. And speaking of happy new year, Gorcom hasn't hidden the fact that we've said 2021 is going to be the year in which the cannabis complex, cannabis-related companies are going to make their surge again. Just like the dot-com crash in 2000 took a couple of years for the cleanup and for the good companies to move forward. Same thing is happening here. So we got a couple of press releases to talk about. What I like is this one first. The successful completion of you announced the successful completion of your first full-scale manufacturing run in Europe and the commencement of a full-scale manufacturing run in the USA. That speaks, before we go into specifics, that speaks volumes of confidence, because otherwise, why would you be doing it? Tell us about how confident you feel about your commercialization in Europe first, and then in the USA second in 2021.
So, thank you. I think Innocan is able to position itself differently because we validate, we research, we bring something new to the market. Innovation, combining science and CBD and active ingredients. So I think the unique complex of and of course, patent pending products, this what makes the difference. We have already signed distribution agreements. We are in dialogue with additional countries. I think 2021 would sure be a success regarding the commercial side, both in the States, in Europe. We see all our efforts that has been done in 2020 coming up to mature contracts in 2021.
The two products that we're talking about for people who are new to the story is first your Sheer. It's a premium cosmetic line. And you also have Relief and Go topicals for pain relief. Tell us a little bit about each, just a little bit, but more importantly, how you see the prospects for each of those and maybe which one might have even better prospects in 2021, because they're both very attractive products.
I think everybody who tested the Relief and Go, the CBD spray, is hooked forever because it's really relief pain. It's a patent pending formula that combines CBD as an anti-inflammatory, magnesium as a muscle relaxant, and topical analgesic like menthol. It has over 40% of active ingredients. So this truly combines science and the effect of the CBD. Everybody who touch it, feel it, try it, get after 20 minutes relief. We have validated this, we have tested this. It's really disrupting in the market of pain relief. It's topical, so you don't get addicted to any oral intake. It works in the place where it hurts. So I think the ability to bring something to consumer that you can an instant feel the relief is amazing.
Yeah, so, and who doesn't, unfortunately, who doesn't suffer from some sort of mild pain, whether it's shoulders. I mean, my wife right now is going through shoulder problems because of exercise and all that. So I would love to have
Yeah,
the
so
Go topical right now for her.
Talking about commercialization, we have just launched our shop Innocan, and people can buy the product. So they are available. People can purchase the products. And I think the ability to have the online sale will accelerate the ability to people to try it. So this is another milestone in the company, especially in the COVID situation. You have to have a very strong online presence, and this will allow this. The second product we are launching is the Sheer Beauty, which again, this is validated, tested. We have developed a premium line of cosmetic combining CBD, but the most active ingredients regarding topical anti-aging, like peptides and hyaluronic acid, in a specific combination that really bring results, improve the appearance of the skin, reduce the wrinkle. We validate what we say, we test, and I think it's a differentiation. It's like a unicorn in the cosmetic arena.
Yeah, it's evidence-based, right? Because up until now, look, there have been a lot of people, George's cosmetic line, and essentially what he did was just mix some CBD with some creams in a tub somewhere and try and call it a CBD-based cosmetic line. But both of your products, the Relief and Go and the cosmetic line, the Sheer Premium, are actually evidence-based, scientifically backed with clinical studies, and that's what's so powerful. Before I actually want to talk about the e-commerce initiative, but I want to go back to these manufacturing runs. These aren't small runs. So in Europe, where you completed your first run, you've now got an inventory of 35,000 units of, is it both? So 35,000 units of Sheer and 35,000 units of Relief and Go?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that speaks to some pretty, so no one carries inventory like that unless you have a very strong belief that your distributors are gonna be successful with it. Talk to us about that, about Europe.
Yeah, so we are bringing something completely different, and it's not cheap products, but I think the consumers are much more educated and they look for sophisticated products. And it's a perfect match between the popular CBD hemp-based products with sophisticated products, absorbed products that are benefit. We value the texture, how it is absorbed on the skin, that it's not oily, the smell, the packaging. So to differentiate this is Innocan. Sheer Beauty products, this is what they offer. The best of two worlds, cosmetics and CBD, high-tech and science. So I think this allows very progressive distribution contracts. I think in January, we would share, hopefully, additional news regarding new contracts on the way.
No, I mean, your smile almost, you're trying to keep it in. That says a lot, actually.
Stay tuned.
That's what I love about these interviews, right? But no doubt about it. And you said earlier, consumers are looking for, which is 100% true. But what is also nice is the fact that, look, you have distributors and distributors have their customers. That also serves to me as validation, because George Calm, a distributor, is not going to take the Sheer line, is not going to take the Relief and Go topical line at a premium price just because Innocan wants to try and make some more money. So clearly the distributor believes in it because they're using their time and energy, and the retailers are believing in it because they're actually going to give you the shelf space to sell the product. So that's great about Europe. Let's talk about the USA. You've commenced in Europe. You actually completed, and in the USA you commenced. You're gonna manufacture an initial stock of 40,000 units there in the US. What can you tell us about what you're going to be doing in the US in terms of commercializing?
The only thing I can say now that we are we are going to finalize the production. It's going to be ready soon. On top of the online platform, we have very deep negotiation. And I think, again, 2021 is going to be very exciting year regarding Innocan. On the first aspect that you touch are topicals, but this is just scratching the surface.
Let's talk about your online presence then. And I like the way you just shut me down in the US, but I have to ask, right? But let's talk about the launch
next time. We need something to talk next time.
Obviously, if any excuse to talk to you is a great excuse. Let's talk about your online store, shop.innocanpharma.com. This isn't just a regular, okay, we're launching an e-commerce store. I'm going to quote you. You have agreements with the world leading companies for the fulfillment, logistics, and service of the website. Specifically, what I like here is online product distribution will be led and handled by Brands & Company, who has a proven track record worldwide with global third-party logistics capability. So you're really gearing up for success here. So let's talk about what your expectations are by bringing all these companies into shop.innocanpharma.com.
I think it's not a mystery. The online is getting a portion of all sales, especially in the beauty. With the COVID, most of the store was closed. So we aim for the top. We collaborate with the top companies. I think bringing technologies onto the online, it's a must. You have to do this very professional. People need to have service. They have to have customer support, online demand. So this is the basic standard of Innocan, working with the best. And this is the only one example of how we do things.
Yeah, because most people just think, well, I'll just pay for a basic online store on Shopify or something like that, and I can sell all the products in the world. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have all of those elements together you just discussed, it's just not going to work, or it's going to work. It's almost going to waste your time. So I can't wait. I know now that shop.innocanpharma.com is up and running. I'm going to order from there because I definitely want to order pain relief for my wife and a couple of other people. And I think the cosmetic line would make for some great gifts, right? Something different that I'm always struggling. So I can't wait to see that. Growth requires financing at the end of the day. You closed the financing on December 30th. I mean, it's amazing how busy you were in the month of December, Iris, which is great. Tell everyone how much you raised, and are there any key strategic investors in that raise?
So we raised 2.3 million. It was challenging, but I think December was busy for everybody. We saw the stock and how much people were involved. Regarding the specific details, it's partially half newcomers and half people who already invested in the original IPO, which show confidence in the company. Remember, this was a PIPE, and there is 4 months lockup, but the investor show confidence in the company. They have a will to be locked up for 4 months. And half of it, again, is people who already invested, they cashed out, they made money, and they came again. So I think
that's a very good sign. That's a very good sign because look, investors at the end of the day, especially private placement investors, they do their due diligence, right? They're not just giving you money because you're a friend or a nice person. They do their due diligence and they have a reason to continue to invest in the company's future. So between product launch, manufacturing in Europe and the USA, the launch of a very sophisticated online presence, the financing, clearly everyone at home should be inferring that all of these things are going on for a reason and that you have great reason to be confident in 2021. Given the fact that 2021 is going to be the breakout year for the cannabis complex, how do you think Innocan Pharma is going to, its prospects for performance are? I'm not talking about the stock as the business. how do the prospects for the business look in 2021? And this time, try and contain your smile.
I think legalization, is the key. Everybody talks about banking, but eventually it is solved. But I think legalization worldwide, accepting the fact that this has really therapeutic benefits on the skin, has no side effects, is safe, and education. It's not a drug. It's not addicted. I think and mature of the consumer and the pharma companies. So it's both. This will allow Innocan to grow, to develop, to reach new markets, to have new deals, to license out our products that we are developing with the universities. So I think it was 2 years of struggling, growing, but now it's the time for the fruit to bear.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, investors obviously want things to happen faster, but the fact of the matter is you have to take a couple of years to set the foundation. What's your take specifically? Look, you talk about legalization. I know a lot of that legalization is around, when people think legalization, they think about actual consumption of marijuana and cannabis, but you're more on the CBD side of things.
Yeah.
What is your take on how the CBD industry, the CBD complex is looking like in 2021 and going forward? What do you hear? What do you see?
I think we should start, in Canada, that everybody is trying to legalize the CBD and take it out of the narcotic and out of the dispensaries and have it available in the shoppers and all the convenience stores. I hope that this would, they finalize all the regulation until September. This is the talk on the market. It should have been done. The same in Israel. They try to legalize the CBD, and now with the new elections we have in March, hopefully the new government. The state, I just had an interview with people in the States. They hope Biden would legalize this as well. I think once the public hear that the politician allows it, legalized it, regulate it, they will be more open to use the benefit of this. So it's and the benefit is wide. You have to have the right delivery platform to benefit from the cannabinoids. But it's here. The steps and the mile, and this should be happen in 2021 to allow us to all to benefit from this.
Yeah, it almost seems inevitable, right? It almost seems inevitable that that CBD legalization is going to be is on the horizon. What big jurisdictions are available to your online shop right now?
The US, most of Europe, most of the Far East,
So
wherever CBD is legalized.
You've done some pretty incredible things here, especially in the last 45 days, in terms of showing the world that Innocan is ready to go. Congratulations on what you've accomplished. And I can't wait to have you back. Like you said, we're going to need something further to talk about. So it seems like there is going to be something further to talk about. But well done. Congratulations. And I think I speak on behalf of all shareholders where I say we can't wait to see what you and your team are going to accomplish in 2021.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You've been watching, or if you've been listening by podcast, to Iris Bincovich, she's CEO of Innocan Pharma, trades on the CSC under the stock symbol INNO, and for our friends in Europe under IP4 on Frankfurt. You've watched what she had to say. Hopefully you picked up that smile. You've heard what she's had to say. Now you've got to do your due diligence. So make sure you get to the Innocan website. Make sure you get to shop.innocanpharma.com. Make sure you get there. Go take a look at these products, understand more about them, and then get to Agoracom. Take a look at the profile page to really sum it up for investors what the value proposition is for the company. This is going to be the year this is our own thesis. This is going to be the year where the cannabis complex goes on a multi-year run, just like it did after the .com crash. And Innocan Pharma is one of the leaders. Do your due diligence so you don't say I didn't tell you so. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.